get on with the show. I am so excited to introduce to you tonight. Okay, first of all, we're going to talk about my lighting. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I said, I'm going to get my lights fixed. And I've been working on it ever since. Tonight, it's like, why is it so grainy? Well, I have a professional photographer on my show tonight as my guest co-host, and she says, it's your lighting. Yeah. I'm like, my lighting? What am I going to do with my lighting? So she's helped me, and she's given me a solution. So next week, I am going to have the best lighting. I manifested a solution. So that's another thing about, I was just general about, I need to figure out a way. And here I found one. She's on my show tonight. So Kim, come out and say hi. I'm going to let you say your last name.
Penny. Hi, my name is Kim Bellavance. I'm a photographer. I'm based out in Vancouver, so we are a little bit apart. This is why internet is so great.
It is.
I'm specializing in portrait and headshots and events, everything that has people. That's what I love. I love people.
And it shows. It shows. I met Kim via a Hangout with Jeffrey. And I loved her for the second I saw her energy, her passion, her drive. You can tell that she absolutely loves what she does, and she wants, I mean, I don't even know you, I haven't met you, but I feel the energy that when you put that camera on somebody, you are going to get the best photo possible.
It's always my goal.
That is your goal. And I snooped your website. And I'm like, I want to go see you. I'm like, if anybody can make me look beautiful in a photo, it's her.
Well, you're always welcome to come over here with the mountains and the ocean. It's unbeatable for the views.
Oh, I've been to Vancouver 2 times already, and I loved it. And, you know, I keep saying I'm going to go back. So maybe. Okay, so I have a little bit of information here. So from the age of 17, from the time you picked up your camera, you knew that this is what you knew that this was going to be the direction in your life. How did you know that?
I didn't know that. I didn't.
Oh.
It's funny. I started actually, I was 15 to take photos, and at 17 when I started to charge money for photos. So I had my business going on at 17 years old. I'm 30 now, so it's been a while already. And no, I didn't know. It was a lot of people was telling me. I had a friend who told me that one day clients would ship me all over the world to take photos, and you know what? It's happening now, and I never believed it until now. It's funny how life goes, and I see your word believe behind, and it's true. You have to believe, but sometimes it is hard because it's so big dreams sometimes that you don't realize how possible they are, how reachable they are.
Yeah, so I guess when I said you knew, I didn't mean that you knew you'd be in big business like you are, but you knew that there was something special in your hand that you were going to.
It was always bringing me back to it.
Yeah.
I tried to push photography on the side and have a normal job and go to study and school, but photography would bring me back all the time. People were offering me to work for them, so I would just go back, and then eventually I did schooling in photography, and it's been my life since then.
Well, I just love the fact that purpose, passion, and persistence. You persisted. It kept coming back, and you kept listening to that and listening to that and listening to that, because everything takes time. It takes time. So what's that? Forgive me, I'm going to try and say this right, but I was okay, so you were 17, you're 30 now, so what's that, 13 years? So you're a 13-year overnight success. Have you ever heard that expression? Yeah, but we think, oh, but it takes time. And when you have that passion in your heart to continue to just keep following your dream. But you had to do other things in order to follow that dream. You had other work because there were challenges, correct?
Yes, I bartended for many years. I bartended for 8 years, and to the point that the money is so good in the bar industry, it's really a hard industry to leave because the easy money and photography was not enough to pay all my bills and keep allowing me also to buy all the equipment, because in photography to be like to have the equipment updated, I change my camera every 3 years. I change my computers every 3 years. You keep buying equipment, lights and lens and everything that's needed, and stuff breaks, and you keep the money goes out the door so easily. And I never pictured that it could be enough to support everything. I thought about going back to school. I didn't know what I would have go. I was thinking maybe like graphic design or anything. I think I'm just an artistic person, so it had to be somehow artistic. And the year I stopped working in the bar industry, so many doors just suddenly opened that I just kept going in. I just took whatever door that was open to me, and it seemed to be always good decisions. I don't know. I never felt like I messed up pretty bad, or I just trusted life. Life treats me really well, and I just follow its guide and just go with the flow.
I love that you said trust. You just trusted, because when it comes to the allowing part of the law of attraction, when we have those desires, we need to allow it, which is the same as trust. We need to trust that, you know, this door that I went down, maybe you're getting halfway through and think, uh-oh, I need to back up and go to another door. So you're going to trust that the next one is going to be more in alignment to what you want. But if we don't take that step to go through that first door, then many times we get stuck and we just stay here for fear of, what if it's the wrong door? There's no such thing as a wrong door.
There's no such thing as a wrong door. Like you just said, there's always, and you cannot go back. Once you enter a door, you can't go back, but there's other door in front of you. Life is like a river. You have your boat, and the river only goes one way, and you're going to meet people on other boats through your life that you're going to connect and then disconnect and then connect later with. But there's always there's always things coming up to you. Always. It just, and it never ends. So just keep going with the flow. Don't be scared. Just take it as it comes.
Yes, going with the flow. And so that's also living the life, believing in the abundance of the universe, believing that there is always, always, like you said, I love how you said that we don't go back. We just have another opportunity right in front of us. That it's like, okay, I was going this way, so now I'm going to go that way. And so let's talk about some of the reasons why we get camera shy. And I was just saying to you, it's like, you know, at one time I really didn't want to get my picture taken. And then I started doing Hangouts. And well, actually before that, I started as a law of attraction trainer and coach. I thought, hey, whatever I'm giving my attention, energy, and focus to, I'm going to attract more of. So whenever I said, I don't like having my picture taken, and then I would look at a photo of myself and I would always find something wrong with it. Until one day I had this like light bulb moment where I was like, well, of course, that's the law of attraction. The more I would say, I don't like my pictures, I would always find something that I didn't like. So I said, hey, I love getting my photo taken. I love it. I love it. And so it's like, take my picture. But even though I still had a little bit of resistance to it, but I was more open to it. Good thing, because it led, now I'm doing Hangouts. So I'm on camera every week. Well, video. And I probably, if I didn't kind of let that go, I probably wouldn't be here today. But there's still times where I get, and I was just saying to you, Kim, that I think now it's like, you know, I'm getting up there a little bit in age. It's like things are showing. It's like, oh, I don't look like I did 20 years ago. So
it's a good thing. You age really well. Like they get stuck to the idea of looking the same for 50 years when they have that same photo of them 20 years ago, and they still think that this is how they look. And we have this own image of how we see yourself, because you look at yourself just like you hear yourself. Your voice is different than when I'm going to watch the video later and I'm gonna hear my voice and I'm gonna be like this because I hate listening to myself. Everybody else, I'm also camera shy. That's why I hide behind a camera. But that fear comes from so many things. It's the same fear that speakers or performers in front of an audience have. It's the fear of people judging us. So before we allow people to judge us, we judge ourselves, and we are the worst critics for ourselves. Like, oh, have you seen my nose? Like every time I say that, everybody's looking at me like, what's with your nose? I'm like, my nose is so big. I don't like my nose. And like, I swear everybody looks at me like I'm just saying the most ridiculous thing. But at the same time, I do find my nose big. What do you want me to say? But I learned with all the years that you have to love yourself. Just look at yourself the way other people see you, and you will love yourself a lot more.
Oh my gosh, that was a bit of an aha moment for me when you said it's that fear of being judged, because yes, I was so judgmental of my own photos that I would expect other people to see the same thing I'm seeing. And you're so right, they don't.
People love you for who you are. They know you. They know what you look like. They know what you sound like when you laugh. You know, like when we all do the because we're laughing so much and people find it so cute. But at the same time, if you listen to yourself laughing like this, you just hate it. But people loves those little things about us. And we are the worst critics because we're always trying to make ourselves look bad. Like, oh, I should not have do this expression, or I should not say this like that. Like, just don't be so hard on yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself a little more every day.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because so many people comment on my laugh. It's like,
you have such a cute laugh.
But it's like everybody laughs, right? So I have a hard time thinking, what is it that they think? But I get commented on my laugh all the time, so I just accept it and say thank you and say, oh, okay. But so yeah, so just ease up on ourselves. So another question I have, another reason why many of us don't want to get our picture taken, especially those of us that have a few extra pounds, and it's like, it's going to magnify when you get a picture taken. So is that true?
It doesn't magnify, like, unless I take, you know, like there's effect of the lens we use. If we take a wide angle, it's going to distort this way. But usually when we do portrait, if your photographer is any good, he or she knows that. And we use telephotos, which it doesn't distort, but like brings back the image to what it looks like in real life. So it's way better. You don't look heavier on photos. Maybe sometimes we think we don't look heavy or anything, and then on photos we think we look heavier, but no.
Another thing that is the media. When I see pictures of movie stars or celebrities and I see their picture, and then I'll read something about them and they weigh like 110 pounds or something, and I never in a million years would guess that they weighed that, because they looked bigger. So it's like, oh my gosh, if they're looking like that.
They make them look taller, and they make them look like a movie is shot most of the time in wide angle, right? So then it distorts a little more, for sure. And like it's always shot like a little lower to make them taller. So the image is distorted, for sure.
And then again, there is that judgment against us because we compare, well, I'm not going to say we as everybody, but I've heard quite a few people, and myself included, is we would compare ourselves to photos on magazines, and most of them photos aren't real.
That's the society, the way it is. And you know what I noticed recently? We are in this vibe of people trying to get out of this, like with the hashtag no filter. And I even see models now posting photos of their stretch marks, or showing no makeup, no hair done, that they look like any other girl, you know? And if you think about some actress and models like Cindy Crawford, I read this interview that she did one day, And she said that when she looks at herself in the mirror, she doesn't recognize herself because she's so used to see herself photoshopped. And that tells you how bad our society is based on. We teach the kids to look like models, to look better, to now like 10 years old kids go to school with makeup on. You know, like it's nothing normal into that. I think as parents, our job is to teach to young kids to love themselves as they are instead of trying to make them look better and putting a shame on people. And that's what I'm trying to do when I take photos, is to remove that shame, to make people comfortable and show them that they are photogenic. Show them that they have to forget about their good side, because it's not necessarily true. You'll look nice on any other side. It's that good photographer, trust the eye that your photographer has, and forget about the photos that's been taken at a party that you're like this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, why did you take that photo? Why did you posted this photo? This is a different thing. When you go for a photo shoot, you put yourself in the hands of your photographer, and that person will make you look at your best. That's for sure.
Well, I saw some of your photos and I was like, holy, you do amazing work. And so you do destination weddings too. So people hire you to go to like Jamaica or wherever it is that they're having, and you go and do weddings abroad and so forth Wow.
Love my life.
What a dream job that is. Travel like that. Yeah, I'm just thinking that because I love to travel. So it's like travel and get paid and do your job, which is your passion anyway. Oh, I love that.
Wedding, I did a destination. The bride didn't want photos. She wanted an uncle or any friends to do their photos. She didn't see the why that she would pay for photos. And then they finally hired me. So I went there, and she didn't even see the photos yet. She loved her day with me so much, the way I made them feel, the way I made them pose. She felt so photogenic. She felt so like pampered all day. She wrote me this so nice email, and she didn't even see the photos. The photos are obviously very good. I'm pretty sure you saw them if you looked at my portfolio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an amazing time. And we started from the fact that she thought that she was not photogenic and she didn't want photos taken, to having the most amazing photos, you know?
Oh. So I'm going to just run over to YouTube to see what if there's anybody got a comment there. So could you just give our viewers a few tips on how they can ease up on being camera shy? I'm just going to mute myself while you do that.
Of course. So everybody, we think we judge ourselves. So what you have to do is, first of all, change your state of mind. If you change your state of mind, if you say, hey, it's normal. Everybody has their photo taken. If I take the camera out of the hands of the photographer and I turn the camera of that person, you'll see that your photographer is very camera shy as well. So you have to change your state of mind and say that it's normal. It's normal that you feel this way. Shake it off and relax and enjoy it. And if you watch the Hangout with Jeffrey that I was on, and I was giving this tip that you don't want to look at the camera to freeze and just like have the fake smile and just like, is he gonna take the photo? Is she gonna take the photo? You want to always look fresh. So what my tip is to look down and then look up. Look down and look up. So every time that you look at the camera, it's always fresh. There's no question in your eyes saying, hey, I forgot to go to the grocery last night. Did I miss something? You don't want to start thinking about something else. It's going to keep your focus right there on that moment. You have to live this moment when you get your photo taken. My next tip, practice makes perfect. It's good. It's a real good tip. And that applies also for being taken in photos. So I can apply this to all my returning customers. I have a lot of people that came to see me and say, can you make it quick? Because I hate being taken in photos and I'm very unphotogenic. And now, like Jeffrey, he's at his 4th photo shoot now and he loves it and he always comes back to see me and he's so happy. And I have a lot of clients like this that they always come back because practice makes perfect. The 2nd photo shoot, you shook off a little bit all that camera shy. You learn how to trust, and you're like, okay, let's do this. It's fun, right?
Oh, so yeah, so just start. Yeah, find someone you trust. So is it okay then to, so I don't know you, but I'm looking for a photographer. So what are some of the questions that I could ask you to make me think that, you know what, this is the one I want. This is the photographer that I think I can trust. What should we listen for?
I don't think you listen to someone. I know I never have anybody calling me and say, hey, I'm gonna just run you through an interview right now. See, I want to hire you. It goes through what the photos make you feel. It's all about vibration. I have this client that found me through photos of a friend, and she saw a photo of them and she said, this is the nicest vibration I had in a photo, and she hired me on the spot, and we've been working since then together. And she builds businesses and companies, so I take photos for all her clients, and we've been working like this together. Her vibrations goes like this together. But it's all about what a photo is going to make you feel. If you're looking at a photographer portfolio and it doesn't make you feel, don't expect your photos to feel better. If you're looking at photos of someone, like if you're looking through a portfolio and say, oh, I want photos like this. Oh, I want photos like that. And, you know, like my photos give me vibrations. I will never give photos if they don't make me feel. I look at photos of weddings and I'm like, if when I get married, I want to do my own photos, because I want those vibrations that comes out of my photos. You see what I mean?
I do. And as soon as you said that, I was like, of course, because when I went to your website and I was looking at all the photos, it was like, I want her to take my pictures, because I saw the beauty. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, yeah. So I get that about, you feel it. You pick up that vibration that you know that this is the one for me. So, all right. We're almost at the end, so I'm going to come back and ask you for your final word or any tips or advice that you have for anybody, and especially for anybody that could be watching right now that has a camera in their hand and they're thinking, maybe I can make a career out of this. What one little bit of advice you would give on that? So I'll be right back to you. So everybody, thank you for watching. This has been fun. I love Kim. I love her energy. So next week on episode 51, I have Jeannick Lemure, and we're going to talk about Bali, or Bali. Bali or Bali, Kim?
Bali.
Bali. Okay. She does retreats abroad, and her next one is December, and it's in Bali, and we're going to talk about that. So I'm excited for that. So that's episode 51 next week. And remember, Hangout with Penny is Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And thank you for making me a habit. Kim, come back up for final words for our viewers.
Believe and feel the vibrations out of your photos. And if a camera turned to you, just be ready for it. Don't be like this and then look at that photo and say, oh, why did I make this face? If you knew already that the camera was already there, just relax and show the true yourself.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Just relax and show it. Yeah, because sometimes, yeah, we can be our worst enemy when we see that, and all of a sudden we'll make that face, and that's what's going to get caught on camera instead of just like, hey, here.
That's what everybody loves, that laughs that everybody loves of yours. Just show it. Put it on.
Oh, Kim, I love you. I thank you so much for being here with me tonight. You have given such great tips and such great inspiration for many of us that have been struggling with this fear of having our pictures taken, when Just let it be fun, because we're all vibrational beings, and we're only going to get back to us what we vibrate out. So like you said, believe and just have fun and be yourself and relax. Keyword, relax. Thank you very much, Kim. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next week. And thank you for all my YouTube viewers. I see I'm getting lots and lots of subscribers. So thank you very much. So goodbye for now, everybody.
Good night.